All right, it is working. All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to El Toro Dice Club. El Toro here. Well, I just did an entire 36 rolls in the field, and for some reason, I guess my camera wasn't recording. User error. It has to do with the boom and all this other stuff's being in the way, so I thought I was working, and I guess it wasn't. So anyway, thanks again, guys, for subscribing. Thanks for liking and liking the videos. So I do appreciate it. My wife appreciates it. Gee whiz. Overnight success. How about that? So as you guys can see today, we got a whole different angle, a whole new perspective of the table. The reason I've got the camera here is because I want you guys to see, because everybody's been asking me, hey, I want to see your hand. How do you guys throw the dice? How do you throw the dice? Okay, not a problem, if it helps. So when I'm shooting in this direction towards the camera, stick right one, let's say, or at the end of the table, I'm sliding the dice back gently and just shooting them. That's all I'm doing, just like that, and off they go. There's no, it's almost like this. It's just you're just pushing, you're just loading it on that back finger right here. One of the back fingers. Usually it's like this. There we go. Just like that. It's a scoop. That's how they go. Keeps them from spinning and turning. A grip with your fingers will produce this action if you don't study it and if you don't practice it well enough. Because we're too busy trying to flip. Probably see it better this way. When you get a 3-finger grip, you put your pinky here to try to hold them together, and then when you move your fingers, the dice have opened, and now you've got a lot of play, just like this, especially if you're coming under. It's hard to master, I will say that, it's hard to master. The more meat on the dice you get, it may feel like you're not going to have as much spin to them, but to be honest with you, you'll have more. So you want to be probably just right about there, first pips, and off you go. Keep your fingers together, and if you are coming underneath, this is left-handed for me, so hopefully it's okay. If you're coming underneath, you know, without looking at my dice, because my back is turned to the camera, those dice might be parallel to the table. You tell me. Those dice are probably parallel to the table. They're open right now. They're not tight, because again, I don't shoot left-handed, but it's the only way. This wrist works just fine. It's my other wrist that doesn't work worth a darn in that position. So there's the dice. That should be parallel to the table. And then when you flip them, when you turn them, most people flip their wrists to get the velocity to get it to the end of the table. And when you see someone doing this, those dice got random the minute they turned, flipped, before they even flipped over out of their hands. What has to happen is this thumb has to release. That's how these dice go, just so that you guys know. Dice go here, the thumb is releasing. That's what's going to make your dice go. So here, and the thumb gets released. That's how that would work. Now again, I haven't practiced left-handed ever. Just no need for me to. I've just gotten so used to throwing with my right. And if the dice are here, stick right one. We'll see if I can throw it right to the camera. This stuff in the way. You should be able to see 6s coming at you. If I'm right here, you're going to see the dice slide back. See, you got to be careful with that. Start all over. You'll see the dice slide back. They're going to come at you. Those had a little bit of sway on them. Those had some turn. But I'm rolling into this spot. I'm trying to hit the camera area without hitting the camera. I was trying to keep them low enough where you could see it. But anyway, you get the idea. But today, we're going to be shooting from here over there to the corner, right in this area. We're going to be shooting right into here. So let me check this camera, make sure it's working. Yeah, okay. So it is working. All right, so again, welcome new subscribers. Thank you, existing subscribers. And I appreciate everyone's comments. I appreciate the likes. My wife appreciates the likes. She thought that was really neat. So she enjoyed it. We're gonna do one here today. Well, probably later on with her throwing the dice random, and I'm gonna use my the strategy I'm working on over there, which is the building strategy. But today we're just gonna do 36. We're gonna see how many field bets I can get, how many field rolls I can get. I didn't get many on the last one, but we're gonna try and see what happens. So here we go. We're gonna get started right now. I'm gonna kind of roll through these pretty quick, so may or may not be quiet. I don't know. Hard 10. That's 1 of 36. That goes back. Alright. Six, 5, yo. Two, 1, 3. Ouch. Golly. Two, 1, 3. So far we're hitting the field. You know who's loving this is Vince. Hey buddy, I know you're liking this. You are definitely pressing your way to profits on this one. 6, 4, 10. Also, hey, had a couple of guys were asking me, what in the world? Why wouldn't I just shoot in line right here? Well, I'll show you why. You get that one guy that likes to stack up chips right here. The one that's here and stuck in the corner that likes to play his come bet right here. So the space becomes very small. Your room for error, your margin for error is very, very little here. This guy needs to learn to color it up. He doesn't need to be married to his chips. If you're gonna put, and this is gonna be me venting, if you're gonna put chips like this out there, listen, dude, you got a quarter here, put a green one there, okay? You don't need to have the Leaning Tower of Pisa up here screwing up the entire table, because this is when the dice hit this is when everything gets messed up. Remember, you got money to lose as well. You probably have more money, you probably have less money to lose than a guy like me. Right? So be cognizant. That's just a little bit of etiquette on the table. Be cognizant of what you're doing. Don't be, these chips are not coveted. The casino will color you up, by the way, if you put those down there. You say, hey, can you give me a green? Yeah, get a green and put your green right here. You don't need to show off how many greens you have. Put a green one right there. Don't put the reds in there. Put a green one right there. Anyway, all right, that's me venting. Off on a tangent. Look, ADD kicked in. Look at there. Ah, love it. Okay, for those of you who are new to the channel, yeah, sometimes I have a tendency to rant and rave and get off topic, but eventually I'll get right back and focused. All right, here we go. Where were we? Rolling field bets. Yes. Here we go. Rolling field bets. That's field numbers. Sorry. Let's get there. All right, 516. That's not a field number. All right. All right. So anyway, I was saying, yeah, Vince probably loves this one. What do you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 presses right there, Vince. Isn't that what you said? 5 to 6 get you a pumpkin. I'm telling you, it can be done. It can be done if you go with a plan. It can definitely be done if you go with a plan. So you guys do what you got to do. Figure out how to get there. Hey guys. Hello. 415. Not a field number. All right. There we go. Kids just got back from church. Love it. Alrighty, here we go. Where was I? Back into my field numbers. That's what we need. All right, here we go. 516, not a field number. So guys, I hope you also like the table. You know, this is nothing more than just a colorful overlay, which I'm wearing out very quickly. But the underneath of it, completely different. Really, it's amazing what I've done with it. It's the difficulty level is just so hard. These dice, when they sit there, you never know, and it decides it's going to go over out of the blue. It could be laying flat like that, and then whoop, off it goes. It's just like what you've seen at the casino. This is exactly what happens. I never understood it. My buddy Big Money Mike says, yeah, they turned the magnets off. Boom, there it went. So it happens. It happens, and that's what this table is giving me. I can't remember which one of you, but I think there's 2 or 3 of you that go to Biloxi. I actually go to Louisiana as well, and I've seen the same thing on the tables, just so that y'all know. Same thing. Shreveport as well. Harris has them, just like it. 6-5 yo. There we go. 6-5 yo. All right. Man, 36 is a lot of rolls. I better speed up. 516. All right. Not a lot of talking. I hope you guys are getting some stuff here. I mean, it's, again, I never really understood the watching someone else throw their mechanics, because it's something that you try to emulate, but you'll never be precise with it. You just never will. It's all in your own mechanics. You go, well, yeah, I guess it is, right? You may want to practice and kind of study what I'm doing and say, okay, can I be as successful with it as him, or can I be better, right? Look at that die. 549, that sucker spun like crazy. First time that's happened. Alright. Here we go. Ooh, terrible. 6-6-12, wow. That was a horrible throw, y'all. Terrible toss. Whoops. Ooh. Good field number, but bad form, bad toss. On axis though. Again, you know, guys, you know, some of you guys who throw dice, press, bone thrower. Who else we got out there? 99, craps player, 99. George, Sleepy. I mean, they're all the guys that are on these channels, right? You all know that when those dice leave your hands, you know when you got a bad throw. You know almost instantaneously. And that's the thing, right? When you hold as many dice as I do, whether they're this size or that size, you know when it leaves your fingers where you messed up, because you feel your hands either turn, you feel your hand messed up, you overthought it, you did a bunch of things differently that you start overthinking the process. And that's what I want to tell you guys. Don't overthink this process, man. This is simple. Slide the dice back. If you mess up, like I just did right there, start all over. Start all over. Get them square. Back, forth. That's it. 5-5, hard 10. Okay? When you mess up your grip, start all over. Don't throw them like that, because you already started bad. So when you start poorly, it's going to end poorly. Remember that. When you start poorly, these will end poorly. There's no two ways about it. Just not going to happen. You can't fix it once they're in the air. You can't reach up there and grab them. The only thing you can hope for is that they bounce out of the table. You hope that you had enough heat on it on a bad throw, or they just hop right out of the table. Two, 1, 3. Okay, geez, we got a whole lot of stacks here to go through. Damn, craziness. But it's good for practice, guys. So if you're practicing, if you don't know how to practice or what to do when you practice, this is one thing you can do. If you don't have a table, man, the hardest part is you can throw the mechanics to get into a landing zone, but don't worry about what your results are going to be, because there's no way you're going to be able to see them. What you're looking for is to get your mechanics consistent and get in the same landing zone. 5, 4, 9. Where's my 9 at? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it is a 9. Try to put it in the same landing zone. So at least your muscle memory will get consistent, right? Now again, I don't throw from this spot, so I don't have any muscle memory whatsoever. This is just pure technique. Just how I this part of my hand from here down is exactly the same. From right here down, it stays exactly the same, whether I'm forward or backwards. The difference is just the motion, right? The mechanics of this piece are the same. It's a little different because this is now going in an outward movement, almost like a tricep extension. So you got to be real careful there that you don't overthrow it and hit the padded rail in the back, hit the pyramids. You don't want to start hitting that first. You want to make sure they land in a good spot, good landing zone. 4, 1, 5. But again, new members, I hope you guys are gaining some kind of insight here as to what it takes to be a good shooter. It's consistency. It's consistency with how you address the dice. It's the same in any sport. However you address, like for example in golf, right? However you address the golf ball. If you become proficient at hitting that stupid little thing straight, you know, you're getting somewhere. I, for one, gave up on that sport. I just couldn't do it. As my belly grew bigger, I couldn't get the swing right. Then when it got smaller, I really screwed up. So I gave up. I was done. I was done with that particular sport. Here at least it doesn't matter what size my belly is. I can just pony up and stick myself on there. 4. First 4. Wow. 3-1 4. All right. What is that? The hell? Oh, hard 8. Okay. Sorry, guys. That one. Hard for me to see that one. Alrighty. The other thing too, for those of you who are experienced dice shooters or have some experience behind you, and those of you who are new, newbies, right? Green. Be relaxed. Be relaxed on these dice. I want you guys to understand something. Stress starts in your mind and goes all the way through to your fingertips. It gets translated into the dice. Not superstition, not at all, because a 7 is going to happen no matter what. But if you're stressed out about throwing a 7 because you got more money on the table than what you should have there, I got an idea for you. Put the dice aside, tell your dealer, turn those off, please. Re-grab the dice. Now you've taken the stress away. So, oh, there you go, another mess up. So what you do, you now have all your bets are off. The only thing you have is your contract bet because you're the shooter on your pass line. As a matter of fact, you can pick up your odds. Pick those up. Pick up everything you can pick up. Turn those off. That's all you got to do. Start all over. You relieve the stress. You relieve the stress. That's a 6-6-12. You're relieving the stress that you're putting on those dice and that you're putting on yourself because you're worried that the other 12 people on your table, or 10, or however many you got on there, they're going to look at you crazy. And because you don't have enough experience on the dice, you're going to get embarrassed and you're going to have the mindset that you cost them money. That's not how this works. How it works is like this. Those other people that are on this table are there to gamble. They know that there's going to be ups and they know that there's going to be downs. The thing about with you as a new shooter is this. You're going to set maybe 4 rolls, max 5, before you 7 out. Any good gambler already knows that. They're going to be off the table in 3 shots. 1, 2, 3. It's called a short game. We'll be off on a new shooter on a short game, right off the bat. 5, 3, 8. Or you're going to see another type of gambler, which is the guy that likes to bet on the don't pass. This is the guy betting against you. For those of you who don't are new and don't know the actual table itself, those guys are betting against you, and then they're going to be putting more bets against you every time you grab the dice. They're going to be putting them in what's called the don't come area, or the don't pass, the don't come bar. I don't know if y'all can. I don't know if this is wide enough to see this over here, but it's right here. It's on the other side of the 4 on the table here, and it's right here where I'm shooting at. It's a box that says bar the 12. That means that 12 right there. Doesn't count. Doesn't count against you. You won't lose your money. It's a push. They'll push it. Okay. So when you're new, don't let that stuff worry you. So take the stress out of your game. Take the stress out of your throw. Turn off your bets if you're leery about your stuff. If you just want to pick up dice and throw them, practice at home. That's my best advice I can give you. Some of you go to the casino and everyone wants to gravitate to the craps tables because it's got the most noise, the most action. It's the only sport, or I'm sorry, the only game as well, that you can actually interact with the medium. You cannot take the ball on the roulette wheel and put it in there and spin it. You can't take it and spin it You can't touch that. The only thing you can do is lay your chips down on all your numbers. It's the only thing you can do. Playing cards, the only thing you do is get the cards that they deal you. You can't go out there and reach for 2 cards. They got to give them to you, right? So this is the only game you can actually reach in to the table, grab the medium, and now play the game. The actual casino game is if you're controlling it, right? You're controlling your destiny, in a sense. In a sense, you're controlling your destiny. 4, 2, 6. Sorry, I guess this video is going to last a little bit longer. Jeez, I need to hurry up. 25 minutes, holy crap. So I'm filming this at 60 frames per second. So unfortunately, guys, this is going to have to get speed up for me, because if not, this thing's going to stop timeout and then I'll have a short video and it won't go. Okay, we got to knock out this real fast. Sorry. My gambling advice has got the best of me. Again, I start to ramble. Gets me. 2, 1, 3. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get this set up tonight for press as well, plus post it for my channel. I've got another video. My kids are home, they're visiting with my wife, and my wife she's dying to throw these dice again. I don't know why. No, I know why, because she really likes it too. She really enjoys it. 5, 3, 8. Goodness gracious, his wrist is sore this way. Joe. So I think I know I hit my all talls. The only thing I need to do is get that 2 and get the all smalls. How about that? And make them all. That'd be awesome. Hardest bet on the table to make, guys. Make them all. 4, 1, 5. Again, if you make a mistake, try not to correct it. People are not going to laugh at you because you have to redo your dice, right? They don't care about all that. All they want you to do is to throw correctly. That's all we want you to do on a table. You touch these dice, throw correctly. That's all we want you to do. Hard 4, 2, 2. Now this is one of those this is one of those rolls, guys, that I'll say it brings a lot of attention. If you guys watch all my videos, I'm one of those guys that I don't like to draw a lot of attention. At this point in the game, to be honest with you, all I'm wanting to do is roll a 2. Once I hit the 2, then I'll start throwing something totally different. I'm not wanting to bring that much attention to what I'm doing. It's called hiding in plain sight, and not being your own cheerleader. Okay. Humbleness and humility. That's what you want to try to exercise. 3, 1, 4. You'll learn it as you get older. As you start getting gray hairs, you'll learn how to be humble. You'll also learn humility, and that's when everything starts happening for you. So if you can learn that at a young age, yeah, guys, ladies, gentlemen, you're going to do much better. But again, I try to hide in plain sight. The other thing too is I don't try to appear like a controlled thrower. You try not to, because then they are going to get in your way. They're going to start watching you. They're going to see what you're doing. There's my 2. All right, so we hit the all tall small. We hit the all talls, we hit the all smalls, and we made them all. At this point, we've made a ton of money, guys. At this point, we have made a ton of money. It's going to pay 30 on the small, 30 for 1, on the tall 30 for one and 150 for one in the center. So at this point, we've made all of our money. We've made a ton of cash. Everybody at the table just went berserk, right? Now you get to start all over. Here's where I will intentionally throw a 7, just so that you guys know. At a casino table, or a craps table, I will intentionally throw a 7, because then I get to reset my all tall smalls, and I get to do it all over again. All right? 426. Okay. Hey, buddy. See ya. Bye. Bye, guys. See ya. All right. So here we go. We're dang. I don't know how many points I must have hit there, but again, I'm relaxed. I'm not, I'm not stressed out. All I'm trying to do is get through this damn stack in this video without losing my mind. 6-5 yo. I will say this. 36 rolls in a video camera is probably one of the best cures for ADD. My wife will tell you, this is killing me. I can get my medicine. Dang. 549. Also, for those of you, if we ever meet up on a craps table, don't play the don'ts on me. I'll hurt you, unfortunately. You'll be putting money behind on the don't pass, don't come, and you'll eventually hurt yourself. And I had another guy too. You find a guy that can shoot, don't lay bets. Don't lay against the 4, don't lay against the 10. You're gonna find yourself losing money because the guy's a shooter. It's just a matter of time before he gets warmed up and knocks you out. It's your own fault, right? So again, those of you who are new to the table, you'll understand some of the stuff I just said. But they're there to gamble, guys. Remember that. It doesn't matter how good a shooter you are, how bad a shooter you are. They're there to gamble. 6-5 yo. They're not there for anything else other than to gamble. They want to make money at the same token, and they're hoping they get a lucky shooter. Sometimes they do. Like my wife. She's a lucky shooter. She's lucky. She's really lucky. I'll bet on her. I'll bet heavy on her because sometimes she gets on a roll and man, she'll kill it. She will kill it. Wow. 314. Did y'all see that? Wow. Okay. So this table is definitely this table right here is definitely a high competition table. I gotta tell you, son of a gun. Freaking dice, they do all kinds of crazy things. You just gotta roll with it, man. You just gotta roll with it. That's what I say. Just roll with it. 6-5 yo. So all my existing subscribers, by the way, I believe I'm gonna go get the and if some of you guys are like tech savvy, jeez, I might have to invite you out here to the place, to my little studio. But I think I'm gonna get this Logitech camera that I'm gonna try to get mounted on these tripods. The only thing, guys, what I was talking to actually George from CY, I was telling him was I don't want to be encumbered by having to figure out how to put the damn video together just to post it. I mean, I'll just tell you, I mean, for me, this dang telephone is just fine. I mean, who would have thought on a flip phone you get this kind of... No, I'm just kidding. Who would have thought from a cell phone, you know, you would get this type of a video and audio, right? The audio is not so great because the acoustics in this place suck. But the video itself is good. I might get one of those new cameras. Anybody has anything about that, let me know. But anyway, I was saying, I'm probably going to get the Logitech camera. I'm going to try to get 2 of them, or I'm probably going to get 2 of them. But what scares me is if I plug them in, because if I plug them into the computer, I've got to put it somewhere and then try to figure out how to splice them and put them all together where it matches. Easier said than done. Guys, I am not a tech savvy guy. I grew up when Texas Instruments, TI, came out with a computer. For those of you who know what the heck that is, Atari was just coming out. Joystick with a red button. I think that's what happened with my wrist. But that's, you know, 325, that's kind of how old we are, or I am. I know some of my viewers are, hey, the demographics, y'all know what the heck an Atari is? But, you know, I'm not real big on this technology at all. Both my kids have, you know, they're both in college, they're out of the house. They don't really, I don't want to spend time with them and having them work, you know what I mean? I want them to enjoy their life. I want them to do that. I don't want them to sit there and help dad, you know, get into the freaking technology age. I want something simple. So I'm assuming those are easy to use because a lot of people are using them. Again, those guys are younger. All the guys who have channels are younger except for Bone Thrower. Bone Thrower's probably got a few years on me, but not many. I can tell by his music choice. He and I listen to the same kind of music. But that's a hard 8. But I will say this, I do enjoy some of the newer stuff too. I don't like that fruity stuff, put it that way. That bubblegum crap, I don't like that. It's not me. Alright, what do we got? One more? I'm going to keep going, I think, after I'm done with this. We're just going to see what happens. Vince, I think you've made several purple chips by now. I don't know. You'll have to comment on this one. Let me know. Actually, you know what I'd like you to do, Vince? Take the roll and play it and see what you would have made. See how much money you would have made. That would be cool. You know your strategy better than anyone. Right? I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like the concept. I'm never a big feel better, but you know, hey, I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed trying it and using it over on that side over there. All right, guys, here back to mechanics, back to the dice set. I'm hoping you guys can see this. I'm hoping you're enjoying what you're seeing. Putting on a little show for you today, putting on a little school. 639. My 9 right there, yeah? There's the 9. All right, give me 1 second. All right, press. There's 36 of them. We're gonna grab some more. Not many hard ways. I apologize for the length on this video, but it's a doozy. Alrighty. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Five, 4, 9. Now, I do have a couple people that watch my channel that don't believe in what we do, which is fine, no problems. You're entitled to that opinion, but I'm cashing mine at the bank. I don't know about you. 6.5 yo. There is a lot to this, and for those of you who are exploring this option, I will tell you this: learn to be the best. Put every effort you have in it if this is what you really decide you want to be good at. Sport-wise, this will be great. This will be the World Series of craps right here. There's your 7. That was a bad throw, by the way. Too high, came off my thumb. Knew that one right off the bat. You guys probably saw it too, but anyway, there you go. That's the roll. So Vince, I hope you enjoyed it too, because I know you watch. Bone Thrower, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something to add to it, because you are definitely a mentor. I will say that now that I've been watching your channel. My age, I think maybe a little bit more, but I'm 51. So, you know, here I've got a lot of years playing craps. a lot of years touching dice. Thank you again, Bone Thrower, for the dice. These are actually the dice from Midwest Game Supply. So they are 100% different than what you buy at Amazon. I just got to tell you, these are exactly what I throw with at the casino, to be honest with you. So anyway, guys, I hope you liked and enjoyed the video. Oh, wait a minute. Here, let me mark that. Forgot to mark that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. You know, the angle is going to be, if I continue to shoot from this side of the table, then yeah, we'll probably put the angle here so you can see it. Quite honestly, I enjoy shooting from the end of the table. This is not my favorite position because it brings too much attention to me. I prefer to shoot over there. Most of them, they just think it's pure luck when you throw this many times in this kind of, I guess you get this kind of sequence of numbers. Anyway, guys, thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. New subscribers, welcome. Share it with your friends. Share it with your buddies, because I know a lot of you guys go out. Let's help grow this channel to 1 million subscribers, guys. Peace.